I'm Edwin Tong. I'm 46 this year. I'm married with 3 children. I didn't start with lofty political ambitions. I came about because for that 22 years, 15 of them I worked with the Law Minister, Shanmugam. And when he left to take up his political appointment, he asked, hey, isn't it time you stepped up and see what you can contribute? So initially I said, no, I can't. It's not what I feel I can do. So he persuaded me, and after a while I understudied a few ministers. I walked around with a few MPs. And then I decided that it was a very worthy cause. Especially after my children came, I was particularly interested in children and children's well-being. I try and see how we can develop programs to help the children read more, get out of the latchkey situations that many of them are in. I served a term as an MP at Jalan Besar. Jalan Besar demographically has a lot of low-income families, and the children there tend to read too little. So we got together with some volunteer mothers who have old children's books, old textbooks, and we put together a kids library. It became very successful because we have a CC now that runs a kids library. And it became a very positive influence because it became a gathering point for children and it kept them off the streets. And over time, I think that has improved the education and the school results of some of these kids. What I feel is the biggest sacrifice really is the time with my family. So what I do is, as far as possible, I involve my family and my kids, especially with my programs. So on house visits, I take them along. On events, I include them as part of the program. Hopefully they see also a part of life that they otherwise not see. So I take them on these social visits, and whenever we have the chance to talk about what I do, I explain to them so that they know a little bit of what I do and why I'm home so late in the evenings, and often I'm out before they even get up in the mornings. As a backbencher, I'm not at the forefront of policy making, but I see how these policies work, how they trickle down and apply on the ground, and whether or not the intended target or benefit or detriment of the policy actually works that way on the ground. And so we have a big role to play as far as that is concerned. Especially when I was a very, very new MP, I was somewhat taken aback. None of our speeches, none of what we want to say, none of the questions we raise in Parliament, none of the comments that we make are ever vetted. That must make for a better Parliament, and that must therefore make for a better Singapore. Because if you bring together a diverse group of people, what you really value is their diversity in thinking, and therefore it's counterintuitive to prescribe to them that this is what you should do and this is what you should say. When they formulate policies, they do it with Singaporeans' interests, but they also do it sometimes without having understood and seen the application of those policies on the ground. So it's our role to bridge that gap. If you're able to step up and do that, and in a cliche way give back something, I think that should be done. And it's the only way that Singapore and Singaporeans can move forward.